Previously, Sarge consults a witch doctor to address his persistent nightmares, who advises him to confront his fears. After a troubling community revelation, Sarge decides to proceed cautiously. To investigate mysterious fungi in the swamp, he assembles a team including Rusty and Ash to collect samples. While exploring a dense forest, they find glowing mushrooms and encounter an infected creature overtaken by them. As they collect samples, they confront a new, grotesque, infected creature with glowing patterns and decide to retreat to strategize against the threat. When we made it back, the mutant was gone. It had looked slow, but somehow it had disappeared without a trace, like it had melted into the shadows. We moved carefully toward the spot where we'd last seen it, and that's when we noticed something strange. A few clumps of those same glowing mushrooms had sprouted up around the area. They weren't there before. Could the mutant have been the source of this? Did it somehow bring these things with it? The questions started piling up, but answers were nowhere in sight. Only one thing was certain: the danger was bigger than we thought. This morning, we were confronted with a deeply unsettling reality: a violent assault by mutated, infected individuals on a settlement to the west. The details of this incident emerged slowly, often fragmented and shrouded in uncertainty, conveyed in hushed tones that seemed to veer between disbelief and denial. The account that began to take shape is nothing short of harrowing. A thriving community, once full of life and promise, has now been reduced to an eerie, lifeless shell, with no survivors left to bear witness to the horrors that unfolded. The rusted, twisted wrought iron gates, once a symbol of safety and belonging, now stand as a silent, haunting monument to the atrocities within. They serve as a grim reminder of the fragile nature of our security in these dark times. The air around us is thick with an inescapable tension, the weight of our collective grief settling heavily upon us. Our community, once filled with hope, now feels overshadowed by a tragic loss and a constant worry about what the future holds. As we face this difficult and unstable time, we experience a whirlwind of emotions: fear, sadness, and a heightened sense of vulnerability. Yet, in the midst of this uncertainty, I find myself drawn to the strange and vivid landscapes of my dreams. In these dreamlike places, I look for comfort and clarity, hoping to find a glimmer of hope that can guide us through the darkness that surrounds us. After joining forces with a group called the Final Hope, we made the tough decision to send a skilled team to investigate the critical situation we were facing. Unfortunately, our hopes were crushed when we learned the heartbreaking news. The entire team had been wiped out by terrifying creatures, infected by a deadly fungus that now roam our area. The recent deaths serve as a harsh reminder of the serious dangers we face, highlighting the risky situation we find ourselves in. After the recent disaster, it became clear that our community, along with several nearby ones, was in the middle of a serious food shortage. The fear of starvation loomed over us, pushing some desperate communities to make risky choices. In a desperate attempt to avoid hunger, they turned to mushrooms, which had once been a safe and reliable food source. Unfortunately, this choice turned out to be a grave mistake. Those who ate the mushroom skewers quickly experienced severe symptoms: intense nausea, dizziness, and extreme weakness, which left them unable to protect themselves. Just hours later, the quiet of the settlements was broken by a chilling announcement on the radio, a stark warning about the new dangers now facing us all. A serious announcement was made urging all survivors to stop eating mushrooms immediately. This warning highlighted the dangers that still exist as we continue to fight for our survival. In a world where staying alive requires us to be alert to both obvious and hidden threats, this message reminded us of the tough reality we face. We have to deal with extreme situations and are constantly aware of the risks that come with every choice we make. As a new day begins, it feels like a cruel joke, just the start of another round of disappointing news. Peace, which we once hoped for so strongly, now feels like a distant dream, slipping further away with each moment that passes. To be continued.